Conservatives, beware, because I come from the lineage of President Andrew Jackson, the first Democrat in the United States of America and the first mayor of the state of Florida, who was dead set on unifying the United States and sending it in a direction of prosperity in a new land with a clear vision as one people. But all of us being respectful in the end of what is our government. And we have a travesty, many of them, that have stemmed from Donald J. Trump and his exit at the White House, not the least of which is the way in which United States Representative from Waynesville, Ohio, Charlie Sanders, was handled by the constituents in this conservative town, Waynesville, Ohio, back in the year 1997, when he and I started on a journey where I was pulled over by some police officers here, Officer Plummer and a cadet, I believe may have been Officer Jones or Wetzel, and accused of being a white supremacist, affiliated with the Kehoe brothers. Much to my surprise and my handicapped brother's surprise, I was taken to the ground forcibly, and they began to remove my younger brother, who recently passed away, Billy Ham. Charlie Sanders, being the mayor, stepped out of his truck, parked on the side of the road, walked over, and demanded to understand what was going on. He told them that I was a good man and a good citizen here in Waynesville, Ohio, and clarity came when he discovered that the gun that they were talking about being in the back was a toy gun from Walmart, which causes us to think of Beaver Creek Walmart incident in about 2008. So you can see how serious something like this can become, and thank God for Charlie Sanders stepping in. He met some stiff opposition, though, from the police department when he went to work at the mayor's court, the building that they had that sits off Main Street, downtown Waynesville, when he was called a racial slur. He went to the media and filled out an NAACP complaint and talked to me about it and asked me if I had had similar problems, and I told him I've always had problems because of my mother's affiliation with some people over in Franklin who were known as organized crime. And, they hassled her about knowing these people. They've hassled me about it. They hassled my brothers about it. They hassled my sister about it. And he said, well, it's something needs to be done. And I said, it does. And he asked me to be the vice mayor here in Waynesville. I believe it was 97 or 98. When he did, I was not really wanting to participate in government at that time. Later down the road, I married the township trustee's daughter and went to the Miami Cemetery and worked there from 2000 to 2003 and got to see the thing from the inside out as far as Warren County's government goes. And one of the things that I seen was that Charlie Morgan, Warren County probation officer, who hired me actually for the board, disclosed some information about a black man who was murdered and buried over at the Miami Cemetery up front by the house near the road in secret to this day, and how that they would all rally around this secret to cover it up. And I was in awe, really, when he approached me about it, telling me I shouldn't uncover this dead man. I was also approached by other members of the community about it. And not that long later, left the Miami cemetery and went to work for Emerald Marketing. There are many stories like these on my RodCast on YouTube, if you'd like to check it out. I have sent all of these missing persons and homicide tips in. They have fell on deaf ears. And I even have Rodney Rebel Facebook page, where you can go and look where the KKK laid out candy wrappers in 2018 or 2019, after I sent in tips about some corruption here in Warren County courts, and then received messages from our mayor's nephew threatening me to come to my house and to beat me up, I would guess. The mayor down here is a member or associated with members of the national chapter of the Iron Horsemen. And so they run a tight camp down here as far as what you're allowed to tell and what you're not. I have come out publicly on social media and also sent in messages to Derek Forward of the NAACP, Black Lives Matter, and other civil unjustified organizations who will investigate things like this, and it's fell on deaf ears. So you have to kind of wonder if Donald J. Trump and these conservatives in Ohio are running the ship.